So, hello, brothers and sisters. Welcome to the Worshipers Retreat. My name is Rhonda, and I pray you all are having a great day today. So, the title of this video is called The East Wind. Yesterday, July 2nd at 10:39 a.m., I had been up for a while. I was praying and worshiping, and Yah began to speak to me in the latter part, and he told me, he said, "I'm coming to rescue my people, Rhonda. I'm coming to deliver my people from Babylon. Even now, people are trying to stop it. People are trying to stop the great awakening." And he told me to read Ezekiel the 17th chapter. And when he refers to his people, he's talking about the descendants of the children of Israel. We all know, and if you don't know that, the nations have conspired together and you know made people think that those in the political state of Israel now are the true descendants of the children of Israel, but that's not so. Christ said that they are from the synagogue of Satan. And so if you don't know, the so-called African Americans, and those in the Caribbeans, and those just scattered all over, the so-called Negroes are the true descendants of the children of Israel, brothers and sisters. And the people that have the world have been oppressing for decades, centuries now, that are mistreated in every nation. Yes, and it happened because of us turning away, our ancestors turning away from Yah and breaking our covenant with Yah. When we were supposed to be, our ancestors were supposed, and ourselves were supposed to be a light to the Gentiles, and lead the way. And so, as a result of our ancestors' disobedience, and even our disobedience now, because many of us are still not following Yah. He brought the curses of Deuteronomy 28 upon us, and it's not just Deuteronomy 28. But there are other scriptures that parallel that scripture, that he even prophesied to Abraham that his descendants will go into a land 400 years and be into captivity, brothers and sisters. So yeah, the book is about us. The Bible is about us. And so he tells me this pretty frequently, that he's bringing his people back. Or either he'll have me go read scriptures talking about bringing back the captivity of Jacob. And so we know that the transatlantic slave trade is just one of many ways that our people have been held in bondage. But even up until today, we're still being oppressed, and Yah does not like that, brothers and sisters. And so he told me to go read Ezekiel the 17th chapter, so I'm going to pull that up. And sometimes he'll tell me to read in a specific translation. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and read. It says, "The parable of the eagles and the vine. The Lord spoke to me. Mortal man," he said, "tell the Israelites a parable, to let them know what I, the sovereign Lord, am saying to them. There was a giant eagle with beautiful feathers and huge wings spread wide. He flew to the Lebanon mountains and broke off the top of a cedar tree, which he carried to a land of commerce and placed in a city of merchants. Then he took a young plant from the land of Israel and planted it in a fertile land where there was always water to make it grow. The plant sprouted and became a low, wide-spreading grapevine. The branches grew upward towards the eagle, and the roots grew deep. The vines was covered with branches and leaves. There was another giant eagle with huge wings and thick plumage, and now the vine sent its roots towards him and turned its leaves toward him, in the hope that he would give it more water than there was in the garden where it was growing. But the vine had already been planted in a fertile, well-watered field, so that it could grow leaves and bear grapes and be a magnificent vine. So I, the sovereign Lord, asked, will this vine live and grow? Won't the first eagle pull it up by its roots, pull off the grapes and break off the branches and let them wither? It will not take much strength or a mighty nation to pull it up. Yes, it is planted, but will it grow, live and grow? Won't it wither when the east wind strikes it? Won't it wither there where it is growing? And the subtitle said the parable is explained. The Lord said to me, ask these rebels if they knew what the parable means. Tell them that the king of Babylonia came to Jerusalem and took the king and his officials back with him to Babylonia. He took one of the king's family, made a treaty with him, and made him swear to be loyal. He took important men as hostages to keep the nation from rising again and to make sure that the treaty would be kept. But the king of Judah rebelled and sent agents to Egypt to get horses and a large army. Will he succeed? Can he get away with that? He cannot break the treaty and go unpunished. As surely as I am the living God, says the sovereign Lord, this king will die in Babylonia because he broke his oath and the treaty he had made with the king of Babylonia, who put him on the throne. Even the powerful army of the king of Egypt will not be able to help him fight when the Babylonians build earthworks and dig trenches in order to kill many people. He broke his oath and the treaty he had made. He did all these things, and he will not escape. The sovereign Lord says, as surely as I am the living God, I will punish him for breaking the treaty which he swore in my name to keep. I will spread out a hunter's nest and catch him in it. I will take him to Babylonia and punish him there, because he was unfaithful to me. His best soldiers will be killed in battle, and the survivors will be scattered in every direction. Then you will know that I, the Lord, have spoken. So when I was reading it, after I finished reading this, brothers and sisters, I asked him, I said, "Y'all, what are you saying?" And so he told me that he's not pleased with America. And we should know that by now, brothers and sisters, that he told me that destruction is coming to America. And he told me to go back to the 10th verse. And the 10th verse say, yes, it is planted, but will it live and grow? Won't it wither when the east wind strikes it? Won't it wither there where it is growing? And so, and I used the YouVersion app. And so what I did, brothers and sisters, I put in east wind and he told me to put in east wind. And all these verses started coming up, brothers and sisters. And there are 4 winds that they are the judgments of Yah. And what actually helped me to remember about the different types of winds is because like about a month or 2 ago, brother Hezekiah, he does music here on YouTube and other platforms. He actually has a song called Freedom Winds, and he actually did a study on that, and it was powerful, brothers and sisters. I don't believe he still has it up, but it was very powerful, and he was breaking it down. And so y'all brought that back to my memory. And so, like I said, I typed in east winds, and when Pharaoh was telling Joseph about his particular dream, when the 7 years of plenty of famine ate up the 7 years of plenty, brothers and sisters, he mentioned the east winds. So one thing the east wind brings is famine. Another thing that the east wind brings is drought. Brothers and sisters, they have a lot of scriptures talking about how the lakes and the streams and rivers and stuff was dried up about the east wind. Even Moses, when he was in Egypt telling Pharaoh to let his people go, one of the plagues was locusts. The east wind brought locusts, brothers and sisters. So, and the east wind, Yah says, he began to speak to me. He says sudden destruction. So that means it can happen at any time. And a lot of times when I'm getting these prophecies and he's giving me these dreams and visions, the destruction is sudden. And I also found it interesting that east wind also brings war, brothers. So it brings armies. And Russia and China, they will eventually invade the United States, brothers and sisters. So all of that is a part of it. It does not bring anything good. When I was doing my study on the east winds, I found it interesting also that a lady had and who was in World War II, and she had to escape. In it, she mentioned, when she said the east wind, she mentioned about how Russia, came. And so I'm just like, wow. Even in the Farmer's Almanac, brothers and sisters, when I was again researching the east wind, it says plants, neither humans, neither crops Nothing good comes from the east wind, brothers and sisters. So it's the east wind is known as the wind of God, the wind of destruction. So Yah's just warning us to get our houses in order, brothers and sisters. I'm not even talking about physical houses, because we've been telling people to stock up and prepare for famine, and you need to do that. But we're talking about spiritually. You need to make your calling and election sure. You need to make sure that you're in the ark of safety and you're in right standing with Yah. He's not playing. He's tired of all of the demonic practices that is taking place, not only in America but across this world, across the globe, brothers and sisters. There are abortions happening every day, and that's murder. He's tired of the colorful community and all their shenanigans. We just came out of Pride Month and stuff, and now they've added pedophilia to their flag. And I've been saying, they're pushing for all this diversity and equal rights and stuff. Next, they're going to have bestiality. It's coming. It's coming. He's tired of all the child sacrifices. He's tired of the Freemasonry. He's just tired of all of the sins, transgressions, and iniquity that is spilling over. And when he had me a month ago or 2 months doing a study on the cups of wrath, like y'all said that he was gonna make America, and not only America, but all those that go against him, that drink from his cup of wrath, that they would have to drink. So the east wind also brings the eastern armies, Russia and China. Oh yes, they're coming, brothers and sisters. So this is y'all warning you. Prepare now, okay? He's telling me now to tell you guys to stock up. I know some of you guys feel like, well, I don't have the money. You got food stamps. If you have food stamps, start setting canned goods aside. Anything is better than nothing, okay? Help y'all help you. He'll even bless you to have neighbors or whatever, family members that could come and help you eat. But you need to be putting things aside. You need to stock up on water while you can, brothers and sisters. Stock up on seeds. Because Yah will, just like he took care of the children of Israel in Egypt when those plagues was coming, those that are called by his name and living according to his word, he's going to take care of them. Some of the saints will lose their lives, but that'll be y'all taking them home to get some rest, okay? We have to prepare, and we can't be ignorant, thinking, oh, y'all take care of everything. Many of you have been blessed. He's been blessing you with money. Stop using that money to spend foolishly and be wise with it. Yes, some of you have already been told to flee Babylon, but Yah is saying he's going to deliver his people. He keeps giving me dreams. After this video, I have to get another dream I'll call the gathering of Israel. And it's a message to the daughters of Zion, our so-called black women. And it's an encouragement, because they've been being teared down along with our men. But I have a separate video to encourage our men. But yeah, so God bless, and take heed to this warning. The east winds are coming. So brothers and sisters, I had to come back, and I absolutely forgot to read this right here, what Yah wanted me to read. He wanted me to read Amos, the 4th chapter, to you all. So one moment. Because he said it coincides with Ezekiel, the 17th chapter, and says exactly what he wants us to know. So I do apologize. Let me see. So I'll start at the 4th verse. Amos, the 4th chapter, starting at the 4th verse. It says, subtitle says, Israel's failure to learn. The sovereign Lord says, people of Israel, go to the holy place in Bethel and sin, if you must. Go to Gilgal and sin with all your might. Go ahead and bring animals to be sacrificed morning after morning, and bring your tithes every third day. Go ahead and offer your bread and thanksgiving to God, and boast about the extra offerings you bring. This is the kind of thing you love to do. I was the one who brought famine to all your cities. This is what he's doing, brothers and sisters. Yet you did not come back to me. I held back the rain when your crops needed it most. I sent rain on one city, but not on another. Rain fell on one field, but another field dried up. Weak with thirst, the people of several cities went to a city where they hoped to find water, but there was not enough to drink. Still, you did not come back to me. I sent a scorching wind to dry up your crops, the east wind, brothers and sisters. The locusts ate up all your gardens and vineyards, your fig trees and olive trees. Still, you did not come back to me. I sent a plague on you like the one I sent on Egypt. I killed your young men in battle and took your horses away. Remember me mentioning China and Russia and their allies. I fill your nostrils with the stink of dead bodies in your camps. Still, you did not come back to me. So there will be FEMA camps, brothers and sisters. I destroyed some of you as I destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. Those of you who survived were like a burning stick saved from a fire. Still, you did not come back to me, says the Lord. So then, people of Israel, I'm going to punish you. And because I'm going to do this, get ready to face my judgment. God is the one who made the mountains and created the winds. He makes his thoughts known to people. He changes day into night. He walks on the heights of the earth. This is his name, the Lord God Almighty. So, again, get into the ark of safety. Like, y'all is not playing. When he gives me these words, I can feel how he feels. For a while now, I've been feeling heavy, and I've been weeping, brothers and sisters, weeping for the oppression of my people, Israel. Just weeping at what y'all has to see day in, day, like every second of the day. He's in eternity, so he doesn't take a break from seeing these things, brothers and sisters. People sin and rape, and molest children. Like, it's awful, and we often go to him about how we feel, but how many of you just stop and say, yeah, how are you feeling today? You know, do you want to, you can share your heart with me. I know you're hurting. He feels too. So, in all his love, he's warning us to get it right while we have a chance to. Death is coming. Destruction is coming. Sudden death, sudden destruction. Many people that took the injectables 3 years ago when they first came out with him are dropping dead now, brothers and sisters. He warned that before that came out. And many more will die. The zombies are coming. They're already here, y'all says. All kind of abominations, there's giants and vampires. All of these things are here, already here, just waiting to show up on the scene. And y'all wants you to be in position. He wants you to already be surrendered to him so he can save you in the day of destruction. So get your house in order. God bless.